Hello, Football Nation. This is Ziki. Yeah, let's talk about football now. We go straight to the Bundesliga where we are talking about Bayer Leverkusen. We all understand that they recently sacked Erik ten Hag, their manager, just after two league games where they lost one to Hoffenheim in the opening match of the season, and then they drew against Werder Bremen in the match day 2 of the Bundesliga, and then he got fired. I mean, beside that, he has been with the club maybe for around 90 something days. So the question is, why was he fired just after two league games? What is it that they saw in him that they didn't see before signing him? Because this is just it's too much. It's too early for you to be able to have judged a manager in such a short period of time. But let's not forget that this is Erik ten Hag, who is coming from Manchester United, a team that he left in shambles, okay? And right now we are seeing that Ruben Amorim is still struggling again to build or to come out of that dragon that has left them. Now, I mean, back to what we're talking about now. Who is also going to replace Erik ten Hag at Bayer Leverkusen? Of course, we know that Xabi Alonso left a very, very great impression with the club, but it's going to be very difficult for them to find such a manager. Now, that being said, there's some names that have already been brought in. Marco Rose, who was recently sacked in March by Leipzig, is a name that has also been put out that maybe is a likely replacement for Erik ten Hag. And then there is also Tadzik. Tadzik was with the Dortmund. Again, he was sacked. Both these managers, they are currently not attached. They are not managing any club. So these are managers that are already on the market and easy to sign anytime. But we're going to see who else they're going to be, putting into the hate for the names. I mean, I've also seen some news coming out that there are some managers from the English Premier League who might be interested in going to Bayer Leverkusen. Remember, last season they failed to defend the title, which was taken by Bayern Munich. And this season again, if something doesn't work out very well, it could be a problem for them as well. Now, this is a team that has also lost 7 players this season. In this summer transfer window, they lost 7 players, among which we understand that they lost the great Florian Wirtz, who is now at Liverpool. They also lost Jerome Frimpong, who is also at Liverpool. They also lost Xhaka, who is now at Sunderland. Jonathan Tah, who is at Bayern Munich. Lucas Piero. I mean, so all those players, they left the club. And again, looking at those exits that happened, including the manager himself, it's like Bayer Leverkusen are trying to build a team one more time. So in order for them to be able to build a competitive team that is also going to make a mark in the UEFA Champions League, they have to make sure that they have a good manager, and also they have signed in some replacement for all these great names that left the club. So the question that we have is what or who, and those are the questions that we want us to answer. What happened? Who is coming to save them? It's so difficult for a club like Bayer Leverkusen for us to answer those kind of questions. But one thing for sure is that there should be something that has happened with the management behind the scene for them to be able to fire Erik ten Hag after just 2 matches. I mean, when you are scouting for manager, it's not something that you just wake up one day and say, we're taking this manager. No, it's something that you sit down, you look at the qualities that you're looking for, you look at the potential of the manager that you're looking for. You are looking at a lot of things. So for you to have had that opportunity to find a manager and then just sack them after 2 matches, it might not be necessarily about the result that is produced so far. It could be something bigger, maybe some misunderstandings in the things that they run, or maybe some misunderstandings in the formation that they want, the strategy that they want to use, the tactics. There's so many things to consider when it goes, honestly speaking, to say that you can just fire a manager after 2 games. I mean, it's unfair. It's unfair. But we understand that. We also know that Jose Mourinho, another manager from Manchester United, was also sacked. You understand? So there's something to do with the Manchester United managers and not being able to go out there and make a mark. You understand what I'm saying? But anyway, let's keep following to see what is going to be happening. I know right now we are on international break, so by the time we get back into the league games next weekend, I am sure we would have had the news about the replacement for Erik ten Hag, and I'm going to keep an eye so that I can update you on what is going to be transpiring. But hey, I feel sorry for Eric Ten Hag. You know, I think right now all you need to do is just to go somewhere, just to reflect a little bit, you know. But of course, there's always a club that is looking for a manager like him, okay? You know, you should have been given an opportunity at least, guys, you know, to try something, you know. You never know. You know, sometimes change brings something new, you know. But hey, Leverkusen didn't want to wait. They didn't want to take that chance. They just said, well, I think with these two games that we've already overseeing, it's not working for us. It's not working for us. But for them to find another Xavi Alonso, it's going to be very difficult. Until then, take care.